To create a mirrored symmetry example, you're going to start by opening your photo in PIXLR Editor. If you don't see the menu bar at the top, you're probably in PIXLR X. Make sure you are in PIXLR E. So the first thing we need to do is create a larger area than we already have on our photo. So we're going to go to Page, Smart Resize, and you need to make sure that you do these steps in order. First, unlock the proportions, change it from scale to size, and anchor this step on the center left. Then we're going to double the width. We're going to leave the height alone for now. So 1440 doubled is 2880. If I did it correctly, it's going to look like the exact same size as my photo and an empty layer over here to the right. Click Apply. Now what we have to do is duplicate this photo. So we're actually going to duplicate the layer. Layer, duplicate layer. I can then make sure that my cursor or move or arrange tool is selected. And I'm just going to pull it over to that empty space. Use those snap grid lines to help you know that it is lined up. Now to mirror this image, I'm making sure that the background copy is what is selected. And I'm going up here at the top and I'm going to flip it horizontally. And now I have created a mirrored example of symmetry. I want to merge these layers down so that this is one solid photo. So I'm clicking the 3 settings buttons, and sometimes you can't see them on mine. I'm going to try to right click. There we go. Flatten your image or merge your layers down. So now we have one solid image or canvas size. We're going to go back and repeat what we just did. So I'm going to go back to Page, Smart Resize. Again, start by unlocking the proportions, going from scale to size. This time we're anchoring it on the bottom center. And this time we are doubling our height and leaving the width alone. So that is going to be 3600. If I did it correctly, it will look like the same size canvas above. Hit Apply. I'm going to zoom out so that I can see. Now I want to duplicate this layer. Since I merged down, it's just one layer. Layer, duplicate layer. Again, move it up. Use those grid lines to know when it's snapped into place. And I want to also mirror this. So instead of leaving it alone, I'm going to flip this one vertical. And now I've just created a really cool example of mirrored symmetry. Now, if I wanted to do some editing to this, again, I'm going to want to merge those layers down or flatten the image so that it's one cohesive piece. And then I could play around with things like adjustments, see what it is like in black and white, or I could play around with some of those hue and saturations, brightness and contrast. I can just kind of work until I get something that I like that shows mirrored symmetry. I actually really like the way it looked without any editing. Don't forget, when you save it, File, Save, make sure that you are renaming it. Don't get rid of the .jpg or .png. I'm going to call this mirrored symmetry 1 because remember you need 3 examples.